welcome back. Scales News Network number 4. I think we've been doing this for a month now. That's kind of interesting to think about. But number 4, this will be the last one in the apartment. We'll be switching up the backgrounds a little bit. If you guys aren't familiar, I am in the process of moving. This Wednesday will actually be my last day in my current apartment, and then I will be gone. I will be back home up north to the Great White North, Lake Michigan shoreline. Absolutely so excited for that. But in that brain thought, the S&T website will be shut down for about a week. So just in the process of moving, it'll be back up. There's just shirts on there. There's nothing too crazy. But if you guys go and look and you're like, oh, I wanted to buy a shirt, just give it a couple days. The site will be back up. I've got to get Wi-Fi and everything all installed at my parents' house when I get back. So there is that. And then if there's any international guys on here that make orders, your guys' stuff will go out on Mondays, because Mondays are my day off from work. I work Tuesday through Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday are my days off. Mondays will be the day that I go up to UPS and ship everything, and then just normal orders that ship through USPS will go out usually probably in the afternoons. When I get out of work, I'll just go to the post office and drop it off. So nothing's really changing in that sense. I just won't be able to ship on demand like I usually do. So if you guys are international, just remember that. I think we're going to do an online tournament this weekend. So the Scaled app that I usually do the tournaments through, it's free to download. All you guys have to do is download it, insert your username, and shoot your username over to me, and I'll add you to it. All it is, it's the honor system. You catch a fish on a swim bait, and you take a picture of your fish in the scale. Try to get the whole scale in it, or at least the numbers, and then some of the fish. You know, if you don't, it's not the end of the world, but we at least want to see the numbers on the scale, so we know that you're not fibbing on the weight. Just some of the fish will do. If you have an iPhone, I really like doing the 0.5 camera because it gives you a wider space to take the picture. First place will be a $50 Lake Pro Tackle gift card. Second and third place will be a $25 Lake Pro Tackle gift card. And it's not cast catch or anything, it's just the honor system, like I said. And if somebody feels the need to cheat for a $50 gift card, then shame on them. Moving forward, when it gets bigger and the prizes get bigger, I think we will make a cast to catch. So there's that. So don't worry if you guys are worried about maybe losing out because somebody cheated. It won't be for too much longer. I just wanted to make sure that people are interested in this, that a lot of people join, that sort of thing, before we start implementing a bunch of rules that maybe turn some people off. We don't want to kill the crowd before the crowd is assembled, essentially. Outside of that, we're going to get into the bait building stuff, and we're just going to keep this one short. We're going to talk about the bait builders, and we're going to wrap it up for you guys. So for bait builders, we have Slept On Swim Baits. He'll be dropping his 7.5-inch, 2.5-ounce trouts in 3 colors, available the 24th and the 26th. He doesn't have a website, so DM him through Instagram. I'll tag his Instagram in the description below. So he's dropping 3 colors, bass, pink, and shad, I think, were the 3 colors, and those will be available at 8 a.m. California time. I'll have everybody's stuff all in the description, so you guys can either follow them on Instagram, shoot them a DM, or that you can just go straight to their website. Not necessarily a bait company, but a pretty sweet clothing brand. You have Bad News Bass. They're restocking some of their hats the 24th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so California time. It's available through their site that will be linked below. And Bad News Bass, if you guys are unfamiliar, they make some pretty sweet hats, some pretty sweet street clothwear. When you see a post, you know it's a Bad News Bass post. Their branding is legitimately awesome, probably some of the best in like the swim bait scene. Their branding, their posts, when you see one of their posts, you're like, that's a Bad News Bass post, just because everything matches so well. Their colors, their logos, their artwork, it's just they have a very solid branding perspective, and the Bad News Bass guys are super cool. All the stuff they put out is super cool. Their whole branding is super cool. There is some hats on their site right now currently, but they have a restock of a certain hat coming the 24th. So if you guys are interested, if you're big flat bill guys, check out their website on the morning of the 24th and grab yourself a hat. We have Outside the Box Lure Co. He was just on the podcast, I think about a month ago, honestly. It does not seem like that long ago. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it was a little while ago. He's dropping his nuggets, so we talked about his smaller glide baits. They went up to Canada, and I think they just put that thing through the paces and hammered a bunch of fish on them. And so he's doing a drop of those this weekend. He said later in the week, so I'm going to guess probably Friday will be his drop. He doesn't have a timer or anything, but just keep an eye on his website and his story posts, and he'll post updates. As always, I'll put his website in the description so you guys can go check that out, because there might be some baits loaded on there right now when you guys are watching this, actually. I'm not too sure. He is dropping nuggets later this week, so you guys can go pick some of those up as well. And you have Build a Bait Workshop. He has some of his gill glides in stock, coming in at 6 inches, 2.6 ounces. and tuned for a slow sink. If you guys aren't familiar with his stuff, you can look at his baits and you can say, like, the way he carved his masters, you can just tell that they are his baits. The gill plates are super, super unique. They all are uniform. Like, between his trout and his gill, you can just see it and say, yeah, I know who makes that bait. His branding is really, really cool too. He's got a pretty badass logo. I'm a big fan of his logo. It's just a simple logo, but the colors and font and everything just go so well with it. So he's got baits available. You guys will just have to DM him. I will have his Instagram linked in the description, so you guys go follow him if you're not already. I want to get him on the podcast too because he seems pretty cool, but he has some gill glides available. Gill glides are your jam, so go check those out too. And last but not least, while recording this at 5 o'clock on Sunday, Fishing to the Max has their frogs in stock. If you guys aren't familiar, it's a hard resin body with a line through system that goes to like surgical tubing legs, and when you pull it, the legs like pulsate. So it's super cool. It's super unique. I haven't seen anything else like this on the market. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to get them on the podcast. It's a super cool bait for I think like $80. I don't know. You have Uncle Larry's Outdoors, who has just been catching a lot of fish with them, and they're making some videos for those guys, and it's a super cool bait. Last time I think I had mentioned them on the podcast, and then or mentioned them on here, and like an hour later they were all sold out. So don't shoot the messenger if they're sold out when you guys are watching this and you guys go check them out. But they were available at one point in time. So if you guys aren't follow Fishing to the Max on Instagram, you guys can keep up to date and get them before having to wait for one of these to come out and listen to them. But $80 on their website, which will be linked in the description. You guys can go pick one up. Super cool bait. I'm excited to get one and fish it. Outside of that, that is everything I had written down, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys say farewell to the apartment because we'll be back in a bedroom soon, in an actual home. So I'm very excited about that. So that'll be super, super cool. Next episode you guys will see will be a little bit different, but I'm super excited to be back home. As always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you guys next Monday.